Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Last Ronin Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And today, Grammy April.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Grammy April. Yes, April's our grandma to Turtles. But for all your Grammy April needs and a whole lot more, hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We've been unboxing a lot of Last Ronin on the channel right here. We just unboxed Casey Marie and Motorcycle. We've been doing some Night Watch figures. Now we're getting to Grammy April, and time waits for no one. Everybody becomes a grandma someday, and I guess unless you're a guy or unless you never got married and never had kids and never had grandkids. So just depending. Choose your own Grammy adventure there. But Grammy April is in the house here today, and this is one of those one figures that just kind of makes you smile. Just the name Grammy makes me kind of chuckle a little bit. And then you got an old beaten down April O'Neil that's just sick of these turtle kids. That's what she is. She's sick of hearing, hey, Grammy, make me a grilled cheese. Hey, Grammy, can you get me this? She's over it. She's over it. You can tell in the figure, you can tell in the artwork, but let's dive into it. See what's going on with old Grammy April. There she is. And she's got two turtle kids, which is a little bit strange if you ask me. Now, I read the first Last Ronin hardback, what's it called? You know, I read the first full story, but there's more. There's more. Yes, there is. And I looked it up, and it's been a while, and I can't remember where these little turtles came from. I don't know if there was another mutagen type thing going on. I can't remember, but these two, and I'm going to forget their names immediately here. Yi and Moha. Yi and Moha are the two little friends down there. But Grammy April's sick of their stuff, that's for sure. There's old Grammy looking beat down by years. Years working the streets and the sewers, too. Looking good, and there's me and Yoha, Grammy April, number 16 in the line. Then on the back, got a little bit of a blurb, the generic one. Got some glamour shots. Now, this is a $50 figure. Come on, what are we doing? Feels ridiculous. Usually they're, what, $32.99, $34.99? I could say, okay, $39.99 on this, but apparently they're saying it's a 3-pack. It's a 3-pack. Is it? Is it? We're going to find out soon. It does say Lost Ronin, Lost Years. New secrets of the Turtles' past are revealed as we learn more about the devastating series of events leading up to the Last Ronin's final battle, as well as its aftermath. For Michelangelo in particular, the march to his heartbreaking last battle was long and dangerous, taking him from New York City to Japan, across Asia and Europe, and then back home again to administer final justice against those guilty of killing his family. But what happened during those fateful years when he had only the need for vengeance and Master Splinter's journal to guide him? What battles did he fight? What hard lessons did he learn? And he learned a few, I think. And there's the whole family right there on the side. Not a lot of stuff in this pack either. And that's where it goes back to. Does it feel $49.99? Guess we're going to find out shortly. To me, it's more $39.99. I got to be honest. Got to be honest. See you later. Goodbye. All right. Like a young Danny Ainge. Yes, Danny Ainge right there. Looking interesting. Not a lot going on in there, though, once again. But we're going to get old Grammy April out. We're going to find out what all the fuss is about. Everybody likes the grandma. I guess unless you don't like your grandma. I liked both of my grandmas a lot. Some of my fondest memories are my times with my grandmas. Hanging out, you know, they'd always make nice meals, and, you know, they'd take you places. You'd go do Meals on Wheels, and you'd do that kind of stuff with your grandma. You go up to the church and just hang out. Oh, just simpler times, that is for sure. But yeah, and grandma, of course, you know, if you were good, you were going to get something at the Ben Franklin's or the Pomida or the Alco. You were going to get something. And that was always my favorite part of the day, for sure. See you later. Goodbye. But let's dive into old Grammy April and Moha and Yi. Which one is which? That's the dangerous question. Which one's Moha? Which one's Yi? I'm going to take a guess, and I'm probably going to be wrong. This guy looks like a Yi. Yeah, he does. He looks like a Yi. This guy looks more like a Moha, but we'll dive into it. And it looks like we got more of these little turtles coming in the future from this line as well. But it's time to dive into these accessories. Once again, we've had a lot more accessories with cheaper NECA figures, I'll be honest. But we do get 2 gripping hands out of the package. We got 2 fists of Grammy April. When Grammy April's had enough, she probably uses these fists on these kids. I think she's a snappy grandma is my guess. She does got the clawing hands, so I guess she scratches them if they're really bad. I don't know, but she does got extra sets of hands if needed. She does got some headphones going on, which is interesting. I guess she puts these headphones on when she wants to space these kids out. She says, I don't even want to hear from these guys anymore. But in all honesty, they may be for these guys. It looks like they are. So yeah, they fit on this guy. So I guess he tunes out his grandma. Grammy April's like, hey, Moha and Yi, it's time to come up for dinner. We're eating turtle soup. And they're like, we're not listening. We're turning those headphones up. We're going to keep rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling into the night, I guess. So we do got that. We also got a wrench. I don't know if she beats these guys with wrenches. Maybe she taps on their shell just gently. Who knows what she's up to. She's got the big wrench going on right here. This looks like it may store on her somewhere. It's got a little plug on the end. Might have to play around for that a little bit. She does got a little gas canister on the side as well, so that is attached to her belt though. So, interesting times. Interesting times. I don't see a spot yet, but we'll look. Then she does got, I guess, it's a cassette tape. It's a cassette player here. We're going old school. We're going old school in this cassette player. I think the first cassette I ever bought with my own money would have been Faith No More, The Real Thing. I believe that was the case. And then I also bought a cassette tape. It was one of those old school 2-in-1 cassette tapes that had Black Sabbath War Pigs on side A, side B, Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath. Now you got Ozzy, you had Dio, and I remember as a little 8-year-old kid saying, I'm very confused by this. Why does this guy sound so different between these albums here? And I didn't know it was too different. There was no inserts or anything on that. It was just the 2 covers. So wild times, no doubt about it. But we do get for the headphones, you do get the cassette player that goes with it. But now, I guess let's dive into these guys and let's dive into these 2 little turtles. I like that they're different sizes right here. Now they do have articulation, heads adjustable here, arms all the way around, legs back and forth, no up and down it looks like. Oh yeah, there it is, a little bit, just blocked off by the shell, but at least we do get some articulation with these little guys here. I can see somebody saying, oh, these little turtles are so cute, and they might not be wrong, He's looking like a young Rick Honeycutt during spring training that one time back in 1987. I think he wore this exact same outfit, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, shout out to the Oakland A's and Rick Honeycutt. But he's got his little bandit mask or paint, or that's just his face, I don't know. Almost looking like a mini Michelangelo is almost what it reminds me of. But again, you got the shell. I do like that there's more articulation. There's more to this than I thought. You got the 2 toes, the 3 fingers going on. Looking good for what it is. Now, Moha, he just looks like he's a bad attitude. He's the bad kid, I guess, of the bunch here. I like that they're different colors, same articulation between them. Is he a snapping turtle? He's got kind of that beak-like turtle thing going on there. 3 fingers, 2 toes down at the bottom once again, but looking good. Got 2 little turtle guys for Grammy April to deal with on this one here. So looking very interesting, but I like these 2 more than I assumed I would out of the package, which is always a good thing. Now, I don't know if I would say they're worth the extra $10. I don't know about that. Of all these accessories here, is that worth, actually it's an extra $14, $15 in all honesty. So I don't know, got to vote with your wallet, and sometimes it's not easy, of course. But now we're getting down to old Grammy April, and she looks like she's just had enough. She has just had enough of life. Starting with her hair, it is red, but it does look like she's got some white and some gray going on up at the top. Or it could be she's slaving in the kitchen and she got some flour in her hair or something, just trying to make cupcakes for these kids. Who knows what she's up to. And she's got a worn down face. It's truly not the years, it's the miles with Grammy April, I do believe, on this one here. Got some scars going on. Looks like she's got some drawn in eyebrows that look absolutely wild. Who knows what Grammy April's up to, but she's lived a hard life, that's for sure. She was rode hard and put away wet, is what it looks like on this one here. Got a big tactical vest going on over the top because she just doesn't care anymore. She's not dressing up for Casey Jones or the Turtles. She's over that. She's past that in her life. That is for sure. She's just got some protection on her forearms there. A little bit of a raggedy shirt going on. She does got her name on the back just in case she forgets who she is, I guess. She's got O'Neill back there. She has got the little flap down here. I guess this is more of like an apron thing. She probably washes her hands and wipes her hands on there is my guess as well. But she has got some weapons and a few things going around. Didn't she have like a breathing canister or something she used in the comic too, if I'm not mistaken? So she just got all kinds of stuff going there. Down to the feet is where it gets interesting. She's got red shoes. You know what they say about people with red shoes? It's a dangerous game if you're wearing those red shoes. Just be careful where you're at, of course. And then she's got a robot foot down there as well. So she had a hard times along the way somewhere. Looking like a battle android from Star Wars Phantom Menace is what she looks like. Roger, Roger all day long. But an interesting April, but not a lot of bells and whistles right here. It just is a lady. It's an old lady. It's an old Grammy April is what it is, really. Arms go all the way around for us, which is nice. Bicep cut. Oh my gosh, some of the stiffest elbows you'll ever see right here. I'm not going to press that, that's for sure. Very, very stiff. Going to heat that up. There's no doubt. It's like concrete right there. But it is double jointed elbows. Other one's a little bit looser. Oh, okay, a little bit looser. Just got to be careful on that one there. Single jointed on this one, double jointed on this one. So she's like a true grandma. Sometimes your knees don't work, but your arms do. Those grandmas, you know it. Hands back and forth, side to side. She's got one gloved hand like a young Michael Jackson, apparently. Head back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation a little bit. Got a little bit of splits there. Obviously, she's getting older. She can't get down on the floor like she used to. That's what my grandma used to say. Oh, I can't get down on the floor. I can't get down on the floor and play with you. I'll sit here in my chair. Legs go up a little bit. That's like a true grandma, I guess. Double jointed pinned knees going on. Ankles a little bit of back and forth, up and down. But it's pretty light on the articulation here. But once again, grandmas get a little bit light on the articulation from time to time. She does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. How about that? You got Moha, Yee, and Grammy April. They're ready to rule the kitchen, ready to rule the sewers, ready to take on the world if they need to, and maybe not even stand up. There we go. Got them standing right there. So we're a happy family. Grandma edition is what's going on there. But of course, we do got some other family members. We just recently unboxed this Casey Marie and motorcycle, so get that one if you haven't seen that. Of course, Casey Jones, and rumor is these Casey and April fathered these turtles. That's what they did. So I don't know how exactly that happened, but it's a miracle, I guess, is what happened there. And then you do got the Last Ronin as well. So we're really building out the Last Ronin shelf. And if you're watching this video, or I guess I should say as I'm filming this video, Toy Fair 2025 is going on in New York City. Last Ronin overload. We got a lot more Last Ronins coming, so be prepared for that if you're a Last Ronin collector. But not a bad figure here. I just don't feel the $50 value on this one, though. I really, really don't. $36.99 or $34.99, $36.99 is the normal price point with this. I feel that would be probably where they need to be. I think they could have pushed the number to $39.99. Oh, we got two little kids with it. They could have pulled that card. But an extra $15, that's pretty much highway robbery, if you ask me, really. I really do think it is. But at the end of the day, you got to vote with your wallet, and I voted with my wallet to buy this one, so I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem, folks. That's exactly what's going on. But your mileage may vary on this one. Be interested to hear your thoughts. This is hitting Target stores right now as well if you're on the lookout for it. But let me know your thoughts on Grammy April. And how was your grandma? Was your grandma nice as my grandmas were? They were always nice to me. I don't think they ever had to yell at me or anything. So I had a great time with my grandmas. But some didn't have a good time with their grandmas. Maybe your grandmas beat you with the belt. Who knows what you were up to with grandma back then? Maybe they were pouring scalding hot water on you. I don't know. It's your grandma. I don't know the stories, but feel free to elaborate in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out my Patreon for early access to both YouTube channel videos. All kinds of content over there every single day. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for Grammy April and her friends, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?